Good morning, children. Today in Social Science and Economics, in class 9, we continue the chapter Food Security in India. We talked earlier that how people in our country can be food secure. And we discussed that it depends on the availability of food, accessibility and affordability of food for the people. Despite the measures adopted by the government, we do see that there are people who are food insecure. Now we'll see that who are the people who are food insecure in our country. Food and nutrition insecurity has affected large sections in India, particularly in the rural areas. And the people who are found to be food insecure are the people who are landless agricultural laborers. They could be traditional artisans and petty self-employed workers. So these are the people in the rural areas who are likely to be food insecure. Then it's not only in the rural areas, they are found also in urban areas. That is, people who are food insecure. Now in urban areas, the most affected are beggars, homeless people, casual laborers, people employed but their incomes are extremely low, construction migrant workers and seasonal workers. So we see that both in urban areas and rural areas, there are people who are food insecure. Food insecurity is also seen in the social composition of the Indian society. How? That is, we have the example of the SCs, STs and OBCs who have poor land base or have very low land productivity. So they are also, because of being a part of this section, they are also likely to be food insecure, and they are found to be food insecure. Then we have migrant workers. Now migrant workers are the people who have left their hometown and villages because of national disaster in search of work, are also among the most food insecure people. Then we have women also who are likely to be food insecure, and children below 5 years. So we have these different people who are found to be food insecure. The National Health and Family Survey during 1998-99 estimated that approximately 11 crore women and children were food insecure. Now, to solve this problem, programs for food security in India were introduced. That is, in mid-1970s, when the National Sample Survey Organization, or what we termed as NSSO, they reported that there was a high incidence of poverty level in the country. So, the government adopted certain measures to solve the problem of the people and to make people more food secure. The three important programs that were introduced for this purpose were: one was public distribution system, the second was integrated child development program, and third was food for work program. So these three were introduced by the government to help people and to make them more food secure. Now we see that different areas and regions in the country and states are where we find more people who are food insecure. These are economically backward states with high level of poverty, tribal and remote areas, regions more prone to disasters, consist the largest number of food insecure people. That is, people who are the different tribes and people residing in remote areas are the people who are more affected by disasters also, and they are the people who are more food insecure. The states where we find more people who are food insecure are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and parts of Madhya Pradesh. So we see that in these states there is a high level of poverty and where people are found to be food insecure. Now, we see that hunger is what is the result of poverty. Food insecurity has the important aspect of hunger. That is, when people are not able to have enough adequate food for their survival. So, in order to create food security in the country, hunger has to be reduced and it has to be removed. Now, we have two types of hunger, which are chronic hunger and seasonal hunger. Now, chronic hunger is a consequence of a diet regularly deficient in quantity and quality. That is, quantitatively, that means not enough food is consumed, and the quality is also not of good standard. So, this is a result. And why? Because it is caused due to lack of income to buy food for survival. That means lack of income, that is either there is very less income or low income. So as a result, it creates this what we call as a chronic hunger. It has reduced in both urban areas and rural areas. Then we have seasonal hunger. Now, seasonal hunger, as it is suggesting, it is related to the seasonal cycles of growing food and harvesting. It mostly affects landless agricultural laborers in the rural areas. People who are engaged as laborers in the rural areas, when there is work, when there is work for them, they get paid, otherwise not. In urban areas, we see that casual construction workers suffer from this problem of seasonal hunger when they do not get work. So this has to be reduced, but efforts have to continue to solve the problems of the people and to make them food secure.